Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Local Live. I'm Ava Gaudette, and up next in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center, I have the executive director from Girls Rock, Rhode Island. They are a nonprofit organization that teaches women and girls music, self-expression, so much more. They're a very cool group, and I'm so excited to have Hilary Jones here to talk about it. Hilary, come on out. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much for being here today. So Girls Rock Rhode Island, you had me at Girls Rock. I love this organization so much. Tell me a little bit about the mission of this group.
Yeah, so briefly the mission is just to help girls, women, trans and gender nonconforming folks empower themselves through music, and we do that through a lot of different programs. Our flagship program is our Girls Rock Camp, where we teach folks how to learn. They learn guitar, bass, drums, vocals, keyboard. They join a band, they write an original song, and then at the end of that they perform the song live, which is very exciting. And they also attend a whole bunch of workshops on topics like media literacy, healthier relationships, and much more.
Yeah, I love the fact that this organization, it is focusing on music. Obviously, you want to be able to offer these girls and adults. You do also offer classes for adults, but sometimes beginners, the opportunity to really learn their instrument. But it seems that it's kind of impossible for the issue of gender to not play a role in this group. So you offer things like you have a gender discussion every week, and it's sort of an open forum for the students to talk about what they want. How does it usually work?
Yeah, so the way that works actually is we have youth that have been kind of involved in the organization for a long time came to us and they're like, this is something we really want to talk about. We want to have a space where we can have these conversations. We don't have that space right now. How do we do that? And so basically they came up with a whole list of topics that they want to learn about, and we sort of, gave them a facilitation training, so they learned how to lead a group. They picked all the topics, which ranged everything from Rihanna to media literacy to women in movies. So a wide range of topics. They run the whole group, and it really was awesome last year, and we're excited for it to start again in October this year for high school youth.
Great. So the October session that starts, this is sort of, like you said, an after-school program. Tell us a little bit about how people can get involved in this.
Yeah, so it's a free after-school program. It's running Mondays from 3 to 4:30 at our space on Westminster Street in Providence, across from Classical Central and PCTA high schools. And it is it's a program that we're running throughout the year. So it starts in October. If folks are interested, definitely let us know. We're figuring out exactly the registration process and drop-in piece of that, but we're also doing a drop-in program that's going to be running on Wednesdays that is very open and is a music-based program as well. So we're trying to take pieces from the camp, so the conversations about gender and larger life issues and music as well.
Yeah, I like the scope of programs that you offer. I was looking on your website, and one of the programs is this gear show and tell thing, which I think is really cool, because part of it is like how to run your gear when you're a musician. I mean, I happen to be a working musician. I know that there are plenty of people that don't know how to run their gear. But if you're a woman and you don't know how to do it, people just assume it's because you're a woman, right, or because you're a girl. So I love that you give them this opportunity to know how their stuff works. And you go into this room, everyone's welcome, you can talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a super real thing where, a lot of girls and women are super intimidated by being in those spaces, because they've had so many experiences of being told that they don't know what they're talking about, or it's assumed that they don't know what they're talking about, and therefore then they don't get the opportunity to learn more or to talk about it with other people, because they're just told about it.
Right.
So having a space where they can be like, okay, let's get real. What do these knobs actually do? How do we make that sound? How do I hook up this piece of gear? Whatever the thing is, do I want a 212 cab or a 115 cab, or do I want, which of these pedals should I use? How do I use this pedal? Having all those conversations or showing someone else how to do it is super, super, super important. So
yeah, I love that. I love it. I think you seem to have a focus on empowerment, leadership, kind of owning who you are as a creative person, as a musician, and I love that about what you do. And you do this for kids, but you also have adult classes. So how does that work? What are those programs like, and are there any coming up?
Yeah, so the adult classes, we're going to be running our group music lessons starting also October 1st. They're on guitar, bass, drums, vocals, or keyboard, or bass. I think I said that, maybe not. Lots of instruments. Check out our website. So they are after school. The youth classes start around 4 or so. The adult classes start around 5 or 6. And there are no experience necessary for the programs for youth or for adults, and we also have scholarships available too. So we want to make sure that it's accessible to anyone who wants to play, so that everyone has an opportunity. We also have a gear loan program, so anyone who wants to borrow an instrument can do that for a small deposit, which they'll get when they return the instrument to us. And we have a ladies rock camp that's going to be running in November, so that adult women can have the experience of learning an instrument as well, and being in a band, and doing that thing that everyone wants to do, but somewhere lost along the way. So you can come, and in 3 days, come in on Friday, you learn an instrument, join a band, write an original song, and then on Sunday perform it live with your new band. So,
that sounds so awesome. What was I just going to ask you? Don't you love when your interviewer says, "What was I just going to ask?"
It was really good. The other thing we have for adults too is obviously, we're a volunteer-based organization, so we have a lot of volunteer opportunities as well. So anybody who's interested, and it doesn't matter whether you have music experience or not, we have a lot of volunteer opportunities both for musicians and non-musicians that are very flexible. So that's an opportunity for folks to get involved as well.
Yeah, that's great. That is actually sort of along the lines of what I was going to ask, which is about the instruments that you provide. Mm-hmm. How are you able to do that as a nonprofit? Is there a way that people can donate money toward that goal, or?
Very much so. Yeah, so definitely we're always taking donations of obviously money, but of gear and other items as well. So if you have like a dusty bass guitar in your basement that you're not using and you want to donate it to us, we'll definitely take that. Computers are also useful because we want to be doing more production and things like that. So if you have things like that available, we can definitely use them, but obviously a financial contribution wouldn't hurt either.
Awesome. I'm so happy about this. We were going to do a lesson, but we have something even better, which is a student from Girls Rock RI who is here today. She's going to perform a song for us. She's been involved in a lot of the programs that you offer. The summer camp, there's an internship program that she's been a part of. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to invite her out. What's her name?
Skylar Batts is going to be joining us, and she's been involved with us for I think probably 4 years or so. Has been involved in our Girls Rock Camp, group lessons as an intern, all of that. And she's been writing a lot of her own music recently and doing some performing out as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Hilary, thank you so much. We're going to do a quick swap so that we can get Skylar in here, and thank you for coming and telling us about this organization, Girls Rock RI. So cool. And Skylar, come on in. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm so glad that you were able to make it today. I know everyone is back to school now, so it's a little bit tricky to get someone in here, but you're going to play a song for us. It's an original. Tell us a little bit about what it's about and the name.
So this song's going to be called Bittersweet Words, and I wrote it about 5 years ago, actually, and it's just about having like a really bad day and just trying to get through it.
Hey, we've all had those. All right, I'm going to pop out so you can have your space. All right, Skylar. That was
Yeah.
rocked out for us.
Thank you.
Skylar and Hilary from Girls Rock RI, thank you so much for being here